Meet the Professor, traveling the four corners of the earth in search of knowledge. And the Captain, swashbuckling explorer traveling the seven seas in search of treasures from the earth. But now, they find themselves locked in, unable to travel, unable to explore. But their thirst for discovery is as strong as ever.
Hello everyone and welcome back. I am the Professor, and last time we met, the Captain left me with a riddle. I spent days going over the clues. I couldn't eat, except for all those sandwiches. I couldn't sleep, apart from 8 hours every night. And usually, I'm quite good at solving riddles, because they're easy. But this time, I needed help. And thanks to your comments on our Facebook page, help is exactly what I got. Cheater. There were a lot of people who got the right answer, but we can only choose one. Now, according to,
Professor, you're already here!
I'm here too.
Well, ahoy there, Jacob. Hello to you too.
Captain, we were eagerly waiting for you. We need you to tell us if we got the answer to last time's riddle correct.
Yes, the answer. So, Professor, what are we going to talk about in today's episode? Come on.
According to Martina, in this episode, you will take us to the land of the Vikings.
Ding, 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 ding! That is the correct answer. Well done, Professor.
What about me?
And a big well done to Martina for managing to guess the correct place. As a prize, this week you are getting this beautiful Eye of Horus in a pyramid pendant. Wait, it's not focusing. Focus, there you go. You know, in relation to what we talked about last week, Egypt, pyramids, eyes.
I helped too.
And remember last week when we talked about that god who lost one eye? Well, that god is Odin, the All-Father to all Vikings. And apparently he gave his eye to gain more knowledge. Well, I'm not sure how that works, but we do have a day named after him, and that's Wednesday. Wednesday comes from Odin's Day, and he had a day all to himself every week.
Wow, Captain, that was very informative and interesting. So, what archaeological discovery did you bring to tell us about these Vikings?
Bring? I had to bring something?
I knew it.
Oh, bring, yes, of course I brought something you thought I forgot. Hilarious.
So, what did you bring? Yeah, man, what did you get?
Now, what Viking artifacts do I have?
Captain?
Maybe I have something Viking behind here.
Hey, Captain!
Maybe I have something Viking in here.
Captain! You forgot to prepare something, didn't you? But we've had so much time since the last episode.
What? Forget? No, I didn't forget. And by the way, Professor, I don't like you insinuating that I forgot. I prepared something great. Something yes, I prepared this Viking accessory. It's a ring that they used to wear around their arm. In fact, they used to call it an arm ring.
Wow! I never knew Viking warriors liked so much bling. Jacob, this is not 1999. We're trying to talk about history over here, so please, go away and find something useful to do. Oh, man! Now, Captain, I want you to tell me everything you know about arm rings and why these Norse warriors felt they needed to wear such jewelry. But first, can you please bring it a little bit closer so I can have a better look?
Now, give me a second. I need to take this off.
Do you need help with that?
No, I've got a piece of cake. There we go. Nothing to it. Now, Professor, catch.
Wait, how is that possible? Never mind. Wow, look at this. It's a great piece, great craftsmanship. And look,
At each end there is a raven's head. Those are Hugin and Munin, Odin's two pet birds that represent thought and memory.
But Captain, now I need you to tell us more about this. How can I... how did you,
Oh, no worries, Professor. I've got another one. Now let me take it off. There we go. Arm rings were not usually very intricately adorned. They were used as currency, people carrying their wealth on their wrist. But the most important use for them was for a chieftain to secure loyalty from his warriors.
a chief, a jarl, or a king would give you an arm ring and you swear to fight for him?
Exactly, but not only Jarls did it. You know, Vikings gifted them to their loved ones, sort of like a modern-day wedding ring.
But why was it so important for these Vikings to fight all the...
Whoa, what was that? Is everything alright, Professor?
Finally, I have your attention.
Hey, who are you and what do you want?
What do you mean, who am I? I am the great, talented, beautiful, and famous Lizzie. And how dare you ask me what I want? You started this show, a mediocre show at its best. And you did not give a part to the great Lizzie. You should be begging me to take part in your stupid show. Maybe it'll go from possible to amazing.
Well, I didn't know you were auditioning.
I do not audition. I am asked to perform.
The thing is, we already have enough performers for the show.
Hardly.
But I am looking for a pirate captain's parrot, if you're interested.
What? Your parrot? Why, if it wasn't for this lockdown, I'd fly over there right now and I'd show you who is going to be whose parrot.
Well, I mean no offense, of course.
Then you should not have stuck your face so close to the camera. It's a pretty offensive face.
Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot.
Keep talking and I'll turn that wrong foot into a pig leg.
We were talking about Norsemen.
Who are they?
You know, the Norsemen, men from the north. We know them as the Vikings. They came from Scandinavia, which is modern-day Sweden, Finland, Denmark, and Norway.
And what did they do? Why should I care?
They were great explorers, fantastic travelers.
I don't like their music, and besides, if I'm not mistaken, the Viking Age was between the year 793 and the year 1066. What kind of stupid modes of transportation did they have back then?
They used boats.
Boats?
Boats. But they were not stupid at all. In fact, their boats were called longships. Because they were very long.
How creative!
They were some of the most technologically advanced when it came to naval transportation. In fact, they managed to cross vast seas to discover new lands.
But this is the North Atlantic Sea we're talking about. It's not exactly known for its beautiful weather, is it? How did they manage to navigate and find out where they were when it was all cloudy?
They used a special stone to help them find the sun even on the cloudiest of days. It's called Icelandic spar, or calcite. But the Vikings knew it as the magical sunstone, like this. It magnified and refracted what little light passed through the clouds and let these very capable seafarers know where the sun was. If you know where the sun is, then you know which way you're facing, so they never got lost.
They were almost as clever as they were hairy.
But where these longships really shined was in their speed. They were super fast and they used them for surprise raids.
Excuse me, what does raid mean?
You see, these people lived in a very harsh climate, so farming wasn't easy. What was easy was fighting, so attacking their neighbor and taking their stuff was easier than making your own.
Ooh, you know what? I kinda like these Viking fellas.
They started attacking England at first, focusing on monasteries.
Because a bunch of monks were not very well equipped to defend themselves.
But they kept going, sailing beyond anyone in those days. In fact, they even explored lands that no one knew of, like Iceland and Greenland.
Wow! To make such incredible discoveries!
They were the first Europeans to discover the continent of America.
To travel such distances!
They even managed to sail down the Mediterranean Sea.
And to thump everyone who got in your way!
Lizzie, I don't think that's a good thing.
I wish I was a Viking, then I'd show everyone.
Well, you can't really be a Viking because it is considered rude to attack your neighbor and take their stuff.
Party pooper!
But you can still make your own Viking weapon.
Really?
Well, as long as you promise not to hurt the professor, got it?
Oh, you do like to suck the fun out of life, don't you? Fine, what do I have to do?
Whenever I need something creative to be creative, I always ask the princess. She's really good at this. Now give me a second, I'll go ask her.
Princess, guess what?
Another note from the captain?
And this time, it's soggy.
Ooh. You know what? It reminds me of the narwhal.
The narwhal? Princess, what's that?
It's the boat that the queen gave me for my mission.
Oh yeah, the one that got stuck in those rocks near the Suez Canal in Egypt. You were really lucky we were sailing by. But you never told us about your mission.
Oh, Larry, I told you 100 times. It's a secret that only the queen can hear.
Will you at least tell me where you were coming from?
Next time. For now, let's see what the captain needs.
He wants us to make a weapon of the Viking variety. Let's get some materials. Bobo, bring the stuff!
We need 2 toilet paper rolls, 1 kitchen roll, paint, paintbrush, tape, sponge, markers, and pencil, and scissors, and a rope.
Vikings used all kinds of weapons, but they're probably most known for their axes. Let's make an axe!
Yeah, the kitchen roll will be the handle.
Yeah. We can paint that brown and make darker lines using a paintbrush to look like the veins in wood.
While we let that dry, let's make the blade.
I'm assuming we're going to use the toilet paper rolls? I'm sure everyone has enough lying around.
We start by drawing a semicircle on each, like this.
They were used to fighting with axes because they are cheap and common tools. Everyone needed to chop wood for fire, so everyone had an axe.
Then we cut out the semicircles and stick the rows together.
Bobo!
To make this look like a real axe head, we need to draw a line from here to here and cut it, and then we flatten here and here. Bobo! Now you need to paint it to look like iron. If you use a sponge, it will look even more like real metal.
Axes were extra effective in battle because they were used to hook and pull an opponent's shield, leaving them defenseless.
While that dries, we can draw runes on the handle.
Runes were the letters of the alphabet the Norsemen used, but each letter also had a meaning. They used to engrave them on their weapons for extra protection from the gods.
I'm going to draw some runes on the blade too.
That's a great idea, princess!
We inserted the handle in the hole we made. Then we finish it off with some string for a cool effect.
Wow, princess! That's a really great looking weapon! Let's take a picture and send it to the captain! Bobo, we're ready!
Wow, now that's what I call an axe. What do you think, Lizzie? That would make any warrior proud.
Wow! I love it! That princess knows what she's talking about. I'm gonna go get that axe! Woohoo!
No, wait, Lizzie, don't forget we're supposed to stay inside.
Quarantine!
Oh, my head. What was that?
That was a bird called Lizzie.
Was she anything like Odin's ravens?
No, not really. Hugin is thought. Moonin is memory. Lizzie is pure rage.
Yeesh. Imagine what she would do if she got her hands on some kind of weapon.
Yeah, imagine if... speaking of weapons, do you know what the Vikings' most famous weapon was?
Their sharp wits?
No, the mythical hammer Mjolnir!
A hammer with a name?
All great weapons have a name.
But a hammer is not exactly a weapon, it's a tool for hammering nails, no?
Not when it's wielded by the mighty Thor, the god of thunder. He used Mjolnir to defeat many giants.
So, this Thor fella liked to fight against giants?
It was his favorite thing to do. Most of his stories end up with Thor smacking some giant with his mighty hammer. Stop! Hammer time! Thor's got this. Thor's got this. Oh! God of thunder! God of thunder! Stop!
I guess in most religions and mythologies, the gods resemble the people that believe in them. The Viking culture was built on fighting and raiding, so the stories about their gods were also full of fighting and raiding.
In fact, even when they died, if you died in battle, you would be taken up to their sort of heaven called the Valhalla by the Valkyries, where you can eat, drink, and fight all day.
What happens after they fight?
They do it all over again the next day.
Oh, so fighting really was the center of their culture. But I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They're not the only civilization focused on fighting and war.
Of course, there's the, I can't think of anyone.
Then, dear Captain, I shall take you to the land of great warfare, but also great democracy.
Great democracy?
The birthplace of theatre.
The birthplace of theatre?
And where legends of great heroes were forged.
Where legends of great heroes were forged. Where could that be? Well, it kind of rings a bell.
Captain, why not ask the lovely people at home?
You're right, Jacob. So now I'm turning to you, citizens of the world watching the Ammonites. If you know what civilization we're going to be talking about in our next episode, please leave a comment on our Facebook page down here below. The link should be somewhere in the description down here, okay? And who knows, you might even win a fantastic prize. And another thing, if you liked the princess's crafts and you want to show us what you managed to do, please send us a picture. We'd love to see what you've done.
We're also leaving a link in the description below to our Ko-fi page where you can leave a donation to help us make more videos like this. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering. This was
The Adventures of the Ammonites. Quarantine.
That was a really fun episode. What was that?
Get out of my way, blue boy!
Who are you?
I'm the new star of the show, baby!
You mean, this show, the Jacob's Corner for the...
Shut up! This is my show now, and I'm getting rid of anyone who gets in my way!
What do you mean?
And now, to find that professor and get rid of him!
Hey, Jacob! Is everything... Wait, is this camera still on?
Ha ha!